Yeah, back once again, Trey, with another Fish Out of Water request reaction. I appreciate y'all being here with me, but you know what we're here for, the music. Let's get to it.
Old San Francisco, BC. I lived with my true love and she lived with me. Romance is the douche of the bourgeoisie, was the very first thing she imparted to me. We had sarcastic hair, we used pseudonyms, we got a lot of stares on the street back then. Since her dad, a local barber, had been beaten to death.
Whoa, okay.
She had become a vocal martyr in the vegan press. The cops had failed, they couldn't catch a bus. They were looking for a male with a bad haircut and her tumbleweed. That's it, love, and our affair d'amour was set on self-destruct. She said, you don't make enough to provide for me. I said, what about the stuff that we quote believe? She said, I left that on the sands of history. I found a new man who'd take care of me. He dresses for success and emergency, and he moves a lot of concrete on the QVC.
I hear you work, I hear you. Sweet.
Middle-aged and deadly like a cobra in the shade. Sat in the midst of the smoke that he made. His name was Mr. Games and he owned the place. It was a lowly bar and grill in the lower Haight. He had a jeweler's hands and a blurry face. He knew I needed a chance, so he gave me a break.
Well, that was nice of him.
If I hire you now, can you start today? I got a high-rise job down by the bay. Just a couple of rocks and some firearms. There's not many locks and just one alarm. My stepson Gene will pick you up and drive. Try to be his friend, he's got a friendly side. Dollhouse lightning, and the next thing I knew, we were back at our point of rendezvous. I was in the possession of burglary tools, children's fur coats and diamonds and jewels. Gene was talking about insignificant shit, just like the crooks in the movies when they do that bit. The power of metal will never be harnessed. I thought the wages of metal should be heavily garnished.
Not a
We were waiting
for
for his dad to meet us there. Gene took off his hat and I noticed his hair. It was neatly trimmed, but a patch was bare. I knew it wasn't new wave, it was human error.
You had the wig on?
Before I knew what I said killer cut. I watched him silently putting out a cigarette butt. Then he came at me with some fist cuisine I had to tuck aside, and that was bad for Gene. Cause when he went by me, he tripped and fell through the glass coffee table at the Wong Hotel. Right there and then Mr. Games walked in with my ex-true love on his gamey limb.
And he had his girl too? Hey.
So her dad's killer's dad was her new beau, and Games had a wife. What do you know, she got real quiet till we chucked the kid. Then she went her way and I went his.
The wild storyteller, yeah.
Old San Francisco, BC.
It's a wild storyteller, I say that. He's almost like in a Bob Dylan inspired type of singing style. Like it reminds me of that kind of Dylan delivery where it's singing but more narrating than singing. But it has harmonies in there and melodies in there, tonality wise. But he's more like narrating this outrageous story that's going on in this song. I'm not mad at the guitar work on this, the bass work, the drum work. It is solid instrumentally, hilarious and wild storytelling. Very, like I said, Bob Dylan-esque when it comes to the vocal delivery. It's solid work. I like this. Solid.